Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. I am super pumped because it is super late and I am tired and I have to get up and go to work in a couple of hours. I'm so sleepy, you guys, but that is not going to stop the fun. We are going to be reviewing two Juvia's Place palettes today. I just got them in the mail yesterday. This is the Masquerade palette and this is the Nubian 2 palette. I didn't get Nubian 1 because I feel like I don't need any more neutral palettes in my collection. I just wasn't amped for it. I don't know. I mean, now that I've gotten these two, I kind of regret not getting the Nubian 1 palette as well. But that's my fault for, you know, being cheap and not wanting to get colors that I already have in my collection. Ignore the noise I'm making. I'm moving stuff around because I am sleepy and I want to get my desk cleaned up before I hit the bed. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop right into this video. Okay, so the first palette I want to talk about is the Nubian 2 palette. It comes in this bright yellow packaging. It is so gorgeous. It has like the Queen Nefertiti type deal on the front, and then when you open it up, there isn't a mirror inside. There's just Nefertiti again, but the colors are so gorgeous. Now, I did already use some of these colors for this eye look I'm wearing today. If you guys have not checked out that eye look, please do so right after this tutorial. It should be coming up on the little sidebar, wherever the sidebar is on your computer. If not, I will be linking that tutorial down below. Also, before you do that, why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, my love. Okay, so basically inside of the Nubian 2 palette, you have an array of colors that you can do bright or neutral looks with. My favorite colors so far are already the Jezebel, which is a purple, the Morocco, which is a beautiful orange. I know I will be using this as a transition as well as a lid color. The Cleopatra, which is like a cobalt blue. It has some shimmer in it. And the Egypt, which is a beautiful, beautiful green. Beautiful, why can't I say the word beautiful? Beautiful green. And I also have that on my lower lash line so you guys can see how gorgeous that is. So basically I'm just gonna go and swatch these on my arm and show you guys what they look like. Okay, so I'm going to do a finger swatch, and I'm also going to go ahead and swipe them so you can see kind of how they blend out, like do an inner arm swatch. I don't have any hair on the inside of my arm, so it'll be a pretty good representation, I think. So, because I think when people just kind of like swirl their fingers in, it's not a really good representation of what the product looks like swatched out and how well, like how it disappears. I know you can do that to a MAC shadow. You can like put your finger in, but once you swipe it, it's non-existent. Now, I didn't do these with brushes. I wish I did do the swatches with brushes just so you guys can really see how they work with brushes, but I mean, it is what it is. If you guys want me to redo it with brushes, I'll redo it with brushes, but I don't think that's kind of necessary. You can kind of see if you like them by how I did it. Anyway, enough to chat. Let me go ahead and swipe the first row doing finger swatches. This is what it looks like when I swirl my fingers in the product a couple times. Again, Morocco is my favorite. That one is killing the game. Okay, so these in order are Jezebel, Zuri, Cleopatra, and Nefertiti. Again, all of these colors are so freaking gorgeous. And there's enough mattes and shimmers in here to do so many different kinds of eye looks. I do notice when we get to the Masquerade palette, I did notice something about some of their glittery shadows. And I'll mention that when we get to it so you guys can actually see. Ignore how messy my hands are. I swatch all over my hands all day long and they are a complete tragic mess. So this is Nairobi, Layla, Kenya, and Egypt. So that's just about it for the Nubian 2 palette. Every single color in here is a wonderland. Every single thing in this palette I cannot wait to use. From this palette, what I have on my eyes right now, I know I have on Jezebel, I know I have on Egypt, and I believe I have on some of Kenya, but I could be wrong. But I definitely do have on Jezebel and Egypt for sure, for sure. Moving into the Masquerade palette, I'm gonna open her up. And how pretty are these blues and these like a pink. This pink is so freaking pretty. This orange is so freaking pretty. But the thing about the pink and orange, if you look closely, they have flecks of gold glitter. I think they are the only two. These are the only two shadows in this palette that are actually glitter shadows, or they're infused with glitter. And it's really hard to infuse a pigment with glitter because oftentimes it becomes gritty, and that's exactly what happened to these shadows. If you swatch them, they look absolutely freaking beautiful. And this is Bori and this is Cairo, and they look absolutely beautiful, but when you go to swipe them, they kind of shear out, they thin out. So you would definitely need to use a Fix Plus with these. There is no getting around it. The formula is not up to par with the other shadows in the palettes at all. But that, again, I'm going to contribute that to being the glitter. The best formula is with the shimmery shadows. The shimmery shadows, I don't know what it is, but they are so foiled. They're so beautiful. The mattes are really nice, but they do kind of tend to, they're almost too soft, but they build up really, really well. So I'm just gonna go in and do finger swatches with these and show the concurrent swipe. Whoa. Almost dropped the palette. And show the concurrent swatches with them as well. Can you say that 10 times fast, Brie? In order, this is Chi, Molly, Dahlia, and Zola. Zola right here is the most beautiful blue I have seen. I cannot wait to wear this almost all freaking spring. I know I'm going to be wearing this color. In order, this is Makita, Zobo, Calabar, and Bori. Again, Bori is that glitter one that has the gold glitter in it. Although it is gorgeous, it will need to be built up to reach its fullest potential. I have Zobo on as a transition color as well today. In order, this is Giza, Burkina, Cairo, and Ada. I think it's Ada, or it might be Ada. It's A-D-A. This palette is going to go from summer to fall real quick. Like there's just no need. This one palette, there's no need to buy a neutral. When you have all these beautiful neutrals here at the bottom and you have all these beautiful colors here at the top, whoever thought of this palette is a freaking genius, because it is literally an every occasion palette. You cannot go wrong with purchasing this one. Even if you don't purchase the Nubian 2, definitely get the Masquerade palette. If you have the Nubian 1, I feel like you can get a lot of looks that you would do with that one with the Masquerade palette, but that's just me personally. Okay, so in order, that is Dahlia, Zulu, Casablanca, and Fulani. Casablanca is what is on the middle of my eye today. It is so hot under my light. So if you guys are like, oh, are you sweating? Almost. I'm getting there. It's hot in this mud house. It's hot. But yeah, Casablanca is on the center of my lids today. And that is just about it for the Masquerade palette. All in all, even though these two you would have to work with a little extra, it's nothing that I am not happy about, like real happy that I have these two palettes. I cannot wait to work with them because I know you guys are sick and tired of me using my Venus and Venus 2 palettes. So be prepared for me to be using Masquerade and Nubian 2 just as much as I use that Venus and Venus 2 palette. My hands are a complete mess. So sorry you guys if I couldn't clean them off as well as I wanted to in between. The shadows are just so freaking pigmented. My hands are stained, and I had some other swatches I had to do earlier when we went to the mall. So I mean, it's the life of a makeup enthusiast, really. I don't have much else to say because I'm sleepy and I want to go to bed. But definitely check out Juvia's Place if you have not already. I don't know anyone who has not checked out Juvia or who doesn't know who Juvia's Place is. It is a black owned makeup brand, which is like 10 points in favor for me. I love supporting black owned businesses. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you have any Juvia's Place. Have I been saying Juvia's Palace this whole time? Let me know if you have any Juvia's Place products. How do you like them? What kind of looks have you done with these palettes if you have them? Just go ahead and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.